Have you ever thought about what it means to leave behind everything you know, not just your home, your planet, but your entire galaxy? What would it feel like if Earth became a distant memory, fading away as you travel to a place no human has ever seen? Imagine being part of a mission so long that by the time you arrive, the Earth you left no longer exists in the same way. Could you still feel connected to humanity? And more importantly, would we still be us after a century in the void? 10 years. Can you imagine what 10 years of your life in the same confined space would feel like? Now, imagine it in the vast emptiness of space. That's how long it's been since our crew left Earth. For some, it still feels surreal. But for others, reality has settled in. Earth is now just a dot on the star map, a memory already beginning to fade. By this point in the mission, the crew's lives have completely adjusted to a rhythm dictated by the stars. Day and night mean nothing out here. The ship itself, Odyssey 1, has become their world. It's not just a vessel, it's home. The long corridors? They're the streets they walk every day. The greenhouses, their farms, and the small artificial sky they project in the recreation room, that's the only blue they'll see for decades. You'd think after 10 years there'd be a sense of loneliness, this weight of isolation. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not the solitude that hits hardest. It's the silence. A silence so complete, even the hum of the engine seems like music. Out here there's no sound from the cosmos, no whispers from the stars, it's just you, the ship, and the endless stretch of space. But humans are adaptable. They've built their routines, found joy in the little things. Game nights, virtual reality sessions that take them back to a simulated Earth. Conversations that range from the mundane, like what's for dinner, to the existential. What's beyond Andromeda? Will they find something, or will it be an endless ocean of stars? These questions bubble up in casual conversation, but always with an undertone of uncertainty. It's strange, isn't it, to think that the people aboard Odyssey 1 are starting to change, not physically, not yet anyway, but mentally. Their perspective is shifting. How could it not? They're no longer earthbound citizens. They've become something new, true spacefarers. They've crossed the invisible border between what we've always known and the unknown, and yet, here's the curious thing, they still cling to those pieces of Earth that remind them of home. Photographs, music, messages from loved ones back on Earth, now delayed by minutes and soon hours as the distance increases. But as that distance grows, so does a certain disconnection. You can almost feel it in the air. They're speaking to people who are living in a world that's changing every day, while their reality remains mostly the same. It makes you wonder, at what point does Earth become a story rather than a home? Will their children, born aboard this ship, ever truly understand what it meant to walk on a planet? Or will Earth become just another chapter in a long history? And that's only the first decade. The crew is just beginning to understand what lies ahead. There are still so many challenges waiting for them, so many unknowns. But in this vast expanse of emptiness, they press forward, driven by the same hope that launched them from Earth 10 years ago. The hope that out there in the heart of Andromeda they might find something extraordinary. Now, as the mission enters its third decade, something unexpected begins to happen. The crew, they've adapted, sure. They've built their lives in this confined world of metal and circuitry. But this isn't just about adapting anymore. It's about evolution. What happens when you spent 20 years traveling farther away from anything familiar? 20 years with no real sky, no wind, no oceans, no smells of Earth? It's especially clear with the younger ones, the children born on the ship, those who've never set foot on Earth. Their concept of home is, well, different. For them, this ship is home. They don't look out at the stars with the same longing as the older crew members. There's no sense of loss, no nostalgia for something they've never known. In fact, when they talk about the future, they're not dreaming of returning to Earth. They're imagining what Andromeda might be like, what planets might await them. It's fascinating, isn't it? These children, growing up in the most extreme isolation imaginable, have a sense of adventure that rivals even the earliest astronauts. For them, Earth isn't an anchor, it's just a starting point on a much bigger journey. They're looking forward, to the future, to what they will discover. And maybe that's how it should be. After all, they're the next generation of explorers. explorers not bound to a single planet but to the stars themselves. And yet, even with all this adaptation, life aboard Odyssey 1 isn't without its challenges. You see, the systems that keep them alive, the oxygen recyclers, the water filtration units, the propulsion systems, they were designed to last, but not indefinitely. It's a constant balance between routine maintenance and the nagging fear that one day, something critical might fail. Sure, they've prepared for every scenario, but when you're millions of light years from home, the smallest malfunction can feel like a looming catastrophe. It's these moments, the breakdowns, the repairs, the close calls, that remind the crew just how fragile their journey is. Every day is a victory of technology and human ingenuity over the unforgiving vastness of space. And yet, despite the risks, despite the endless stretch of nothingness outside, they carry on. Why? Because out here, they have no choice. It's either survive or drift forever into the cold silence of space. But survival isn't just about fixing the ship or maintaining physical health. It's about maintaining the spirit of the crew, and that's where things get a little more complicated. Disagreements are inevitable. Small conflicts can flare up over the smallest things, a shift in schedule, a difference in how a task is completed. But it's never really about those things, is it? It's about the deeper psychological strain. The knowledge that this journey is not just years, but lifetimes. And sometimes even the most dedicated crew member wonders, was this the right choice? To leave everything behind for a destination we may never see? Is it possible for humans to endure this kind of journey? To spend decades, perhaps even generations, in the void of space without losing what makes us human? Can we hold on to our sense of identity, of purpose, when everything we once knew becomes a faint memory? By the fourth decade, something profound begins to take hold of the crew. It's not just about the physical journey anymore, but the psychological landscape they've been navigating. Imagine knowing that, despite all your progress, you still have over half the journey ahead of you. That means more years of isolation, more years away from the familiar, yet you're so far in, there's no turning back. You're committed to a future that no one on board will live to see completed. At this point, most of the original crew members are well into middle age, while the younger generations, those born on the ship, are stepping into leadership roles. The transition of authority is smooth on the surface, but beneath it, there's a subtle tension. The older generation grew up with Earth's blue skies and sprawling cities. They still talk about Earth as home. The younger generation, they don't share that attachment. Earth is more of a myth to them, a place described in stories, something their parents and grandparents talk about with a kind of nostalgia they can't quite grasp. It's a strange dynamic. The older crew members remember the sensation of grass beneath their feet, the sounds of birds, the smell of fresh air after a rainstorm. The younger ones, well, they've never known any of that. For them, space isn't a temporary journey. It's life. It's the only life they've ever known. And so, when they look ahead to Andromeda, it's not with a sense of loss for what they've left behind. It's with a sense of destiny. They aren't longing to return, they're eager to arrive. For the younger generation, the mission feels like it belongs to them. They've embraced the uncertainty, the adventure. They talk about what planets they might colonize, what alien life forms they might encounter. To them, Andromeda is a symbol of hope, a place where humanity will begin again. But for the older crew members, it's different. The longer they stay in the endless void of space, the more distant Andromeda feels. They begin to question, will they even survive to see it, or will their children be the ones to step onto those new worlds? Can you imagine living your life with the knowledge that your greatest achievement might not be something you'll experience? That you'll pass the torch to the next generation, knowing that your role was only to start the journey, not finish it? It's a reality many of the original crew now grapple with, and as the years go by, that reality becomes harder to ignore. Hope for the future is a powerful thing. But for those who began this journey, the hope they had in their youth is beginning to shift. They still believe in the mission, of course. But now, that belief is accompanied by an understanding. They won't be the ones to complete it. It's a passing of the torch, a handing over of responsibility to the next generation. And with that comes a kind of quiet grief, a mourning for the dreams they had of stepping foot on a new world, and the realization that they will live and die on this ship. These children, they're growing up with a different kind of hope. Their lives aren't anchored to the past like the older generations. For them, Andromeda is the ultimate adventure, the promise of discovery and new beginnings. They've never seen Earth, and yet in some ways that makes them better suited for this journey. They aren't tied to what was, they're focused on what could be. Now, as the mission crosses into its 5th decade, something fascinating begins to emerge. The original crew members, those who still remember the sights, sounds, and smells of Earth, are beginning to pass on. What's left is a crew made up almost entirely of individuals who have never known life outside this ship. This transition, from those who once called Earth home to those born in the void, marks a profound shift. It's not just a generational handoff, it's a shift in humanity's identity. Imagine growing up in a world where the Earth isn't something you long for, but something you learn about as history. For these young spacefarers, Earth is a distant concept. It exists in stories passed down from the older generation, in old video logs and holographic recreations, but it's not their reality. Their reality is this ship. Its corridors are their streets, its walls their horizon. They've never felt the sun on their skin, never walked barefoot on grass. To them, the idea of living on a planet might even seem strange. They speak of Earth, but there's no real longing in their voices. It's almost as if they're talking about a place that's more myth than memory. And perhaps to them, it is. After all, what does Earth mean to someone who's only ever known the cold artificial air of a spaceship? To someone whose entire existence has been lived in the vacuum of space? For them, Andromeda isn't just the destination, it's a promise of a world they can claim as their own. But even as the younger generation dreams of new worlds, the reality of the ship's aging systems can't be ignored. After 50 years, Odyssey 1 is no longer the pristine, cutting-edge vessel it once was. Maintenance is constant. Every part of the ship is monitored, repaired, upgraded, and in some cases completely replaced. The crew has become experts in their own survival. They've had to be. Out here there's no room for error. And while technology keeps them alive, there's always a lingering fear, a knowledge that something could go wrong. One malfunction, one unexpected failure, could mean disaster. Even a minor error in the oxygen system or a power fluctuation could spiral into something far worse. And with every passing year, the chances of something going wrong increase. The systems were built to last, but how long can they hold up in the unforgiving vacuum of space? It's a question that haunts even the most optimistic among them. And then there's the sheer distance still ahead. Even after 50 years of travel, Andromeda remains an elusive dot in the distance. It's there, of course, getting closer every day. But the vastness of space plays tricks on the mind. After so many decades, the goal can still feel impossibly far away. And for the crew, especially the older ones, it's a reminder of just how long this journey is. They've traveled farther than any human in history, and yet the finish line still feels out of reach. It's in these moments, the quiet conversations between generations, that the true weight of this mission comes into focus. The older crew members, those who remember the launch, are fewer in number now. They speak less of Andromeda and more of legacy, what they'll leave behind, how they'll be remembered by the younger generation. It's not a resignation, but a recognition. They know their role was to get humanity this far. They've accepted that they may never set foot on another world. Their hope now lies in their children and grandchildren, the ones who will carry the mission forward. And perhaps that's the great divide between the generations on this ship. For the older crew members, the mission has always been about the destination, about reaching Andromeda, about planting humanity's flag in another galaxy. But for the younger crew members, the mission isn't just about where they're going, it's about who they're becoming along the way. They don't see themselves as Earth's children anymore. They're something new, something in between. Not quite Earthbound, not quite Andromedan. They're explorers born of the stars. It makes you wonder, how long can they hold on to who they were, before they become something entirely different? What will it mean to be human by the time they finally reach Andromeda? Will they still feel connected to the species that left Earth all those years ago? Or will the journey itself transform them into something entirely new? By the sixth decade, something new emerges among the crew, a cultural evolution that reflects the unique life they've carved out in the emptiness of space. The older generation, those who were born on Earth, are now almost mythical figures to the younger crew members. Their stories of Earth are passed down like legends, tales of a world that once existed but seems so distant, so unreal to those who have never set foot on solid ground. And yet, these stories are crucial. They connect the generations, offering a sense of continuity in a journey that has long since left the past behind. These storytelling sessions have become a vital part of life aboard Odyssey 1. For the young, it's a way to understand their heritage, a way to connect with the home they'll never know. For the elders, it's a way to keep the memory of Earth alive, to ensure that the origins of this mission aren't lost to the void. The Earth becomes something more than just a physical place. It becomes a symbol of where humanity began. But, as the years pass, it's harder and harder for the younger generation to truly grasp the significance of a planet they've only ever seen in holograms. And then there's the question of nature. For the younger crew members, this is their nature. Rows of carefully cultivated plants growing under artificial lights, each one serving a purpose, each one monitored and controlled. They don't know the feeling of standing in a wild forest or hearing the sound of birds overhead. To them, the idea of a planet teeming with life, completely untamed, is almost unimaginable. Earth's ecosystems are abstract concepts, things they learn about, but never truly experience. Imagine growing up without ever seeing an animal in the flesh, without ever feeling rain on your skin or the wind in your hair. For the children born on Odyssey 1, their world is completely controlled, carefully engineered to meet their needs, but there's something missing, something intangible, a connection to the wild, to the unpredictable forces of nature that shaped humanity for millennia. How will that loss affect them as they continue the journey to Andromeda? Will they even recognize what they've lost? Or will it be too distant, too abstract for them to care? For some, this journey isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about finding a sense of belonging. The young crew members born into the void have a different kind of curiosity. It's not Earth they long for, but a place they can truly call home. They've spent their entire lives confined to metal walls, breathing recycled air, and staring out at the stars, always moving forward, but never really arriving anywhere. Andromeda to them is more than just a galaxy. It's the promise of something real, a place where they can finally step out of the artificial and into the natural, a place where they can create a new identity, not just as descendants of Earth, but as something more. It's an interesting paradox. These young explorers are the first of their kind, born in space, raised with the knowledge that their journey will span generations. They are more adaptable, more open to the unknown, and yet, they've also never known the stability of a world with gravity beneath their feet. They're the future of humanity, but they're also navigating a world that their ancestors could never have imagined. What will happen when they finally reach Andromeda? How will they adapt to a new world when their entire existence has been spent in the safety of this ship? There's also the physical toll to consider. Decades of living in artificial gravity have had subtle but real effects on the human body. The ship's systems are designed to mimic Earth's gravity, but it's not quite the same. Over time, muscles have weakened, bones have lost some of their density. The crew is still healthy, still strong, but there's a growing concern about how they'll fare when they finally land on a planet with full gravity. Will their bodies be able to adapt, or will they find themselves struggling to survive in the very world they've spent a century trying to reach? To counter this, the crew trains rigorously. Exercise is a crucial part of daily life on Odyssey 1, an effort to stave off the effects of prolonged space travel. But despite their best efforts, there's an awareness that some changes can't be undone. They're becoming something new, physically as well as mentally. And while that might be necessary for survival in space, it raises the question, are they still fully human? Or are they becoming something else, something uniquely adapted to the endless journey between the stars? As the years stretch on, the crew finds themselves in a delicate balance. They are still human, still tied to the memories and legacies of Earth, but they're also evolving. Physically, mentally, culturally, they are no longer the same people who left Earth all those years ago. And in that evolution, there's both hope and uncertainty. What will they become by the time they reach Andromeda? Will they recognize themselves? Will the descendants of Earth still hold on to the values, the dreams, and the identity that once defined them? Or will the journey itself change them beyond recognition? By the 7th decade, the ship has become more than just a vessel. It's a home. It's the only home the younger generation has ever known, and for many of the older crew members, it's now a place where they've spent more years than they did on Earth. The personal spaces aboard Odyssey 1 are filled with little reminders of where the crew came from, photographs of long-gone cities, sketches of the landscapes of Earth, and even digital diaries passed down from one generation to the next. These small pieces of the past serve as a tether, something to hold on to in the vastness of space. Despite the isolation of space, creativity thrives here. In their free time, many of the crew turn to art, painting, music, storytelling, anything that gives them a sense of expression. It's a way to bring some color to the grayness of space, a way to feel human in an environment that can often feel so detached from the human experience. Interestingly, much of this art no longer focuses on Earth. Instead, it's focused on the future, on the landscapes they imagine in Andromeda, on the worlds they dream of exploring. It's a subtle shift, but it speaks to a changing mindset. The past is important, yes, but the future is where their hearts lie. It's fascinating, isn't it? For those who were born on this ship, Andromeda is more than just a destination. It's a canvas for their imaginations. They've heard the stories of Earth, they've seen the images, but Andromeda is something new, something they can shape with their minds. Each of them has their own vision of what it will be like. Some imagine lush forests with alien creatures, others envision vast deserts under twin suns. And though they may not agree on the details, there's one thing they all share: hope. Hope that the journey will lead them somewhere worth all the decades of travel. Routine has become a cornerstone of life aboard Odyssey 1. Every day there are tasks to be done, plants to tend, systems to check, data to analyze. Life has settled into a rhythm, and for many of the crew, that rhythm is comforting. It provides structure in an environment that could so easily become overwhelming. There's something about the daily rituals, the small moments of familiarity, that keep them grounded. Even in the vast unknown of space, they found a way to create a sense of normalcy. For the families on board, raising children in space is both an incredible challenge and an extraordinary opportunity. The children born on Odyssey 1 are part of the first generation of humans to spend their entire lives traveling between stars. They've never experienced the pull of gravity, the feel of wind on their faces, or the taste of rain, and yet they are curious, eager to learn, and filled with questions about both the past and the future. The older generation tries to pass down what they know about Earth, about humanity's history, but for these young ones, the story of Andromeda is just as important, if not more so. Interestingly, the ship's younger generation often views the journey to Andromeda as an adventure, rather than a burden. To them, this mission is normal. It's all they've ever known. The idea of living on a ship for decades, of traveling between galaxies, isn't something they see as extraordinary. It's simply their life. But that doesn't mean they aren't filled with excitement and anticipation for what lies ahead. In their minds, Andromeda represents the ultimate unknown, a place where anything is possible. And in a way, that's true. The promise of exploration, of discovering something entirely new, drives them forward. And that curiosity extends beyond just the children. The ship's scientists are constantly working to predict what they'll find in Andromeda. Every day they run simulations, create models, and try to imagine what kinds of planets or life forms they might encounter. It's a never-ending process of speculation, of guessing and hoping. Will there be habitable worlds? Will there be new elements, new forms of life, new ecosystems we've never even dreamed of? They can't know for sure, of course, but the possibilities are endless. And it's that sense of endless possibility that keeps them going. For the older generation, there's a sense of passing the torch. Many of them won't live to see Andromeda with their own eyes. They know this, they've accepted it. But rather than feeling sorrow for the things they won't experience, they find comfort in knowing that their children, and their children's children, will carry the mission forward. They've spent their lives preparing the next generation for this journey, ensuring that the knowledge, the skills, and the values needed to survive in space are passed down. It's not an easy task, but it's one they've taken on with a sense of pride and purpose. In moments like this, you can see the heart of the mission. It's not just about technology or exploration, it's about people. It's about ensuring that the knowledge of one generation lives on in the next, that the dreams of Earth and the hopes for Andromeda don't fade away with time. The older crew members understand that they're part of something bigger than themselves, something that spans not just years, but lifetimes. And while they may not live to see the end of this journey, they've already played a critical role in making it possible. As the 8th decade rolls on, the ship itself continues to evolve, just like its passengers. Odyssey 1, originally designed with state-of-the-art technology for its time, has undergone countless upgrades and repairs. What was once cutting edge is now considered outdated, and new innovations have been developed on board by the crew themselves. The ship is more than just a machine. It's a living entity, adapting and transforming as the years pass. Every system, every component, is under constant scrutiny. The engineers know that even a small failure could jeopardize the entire mission. The challenge isn't just maintaining the ship, it's about staying ahead of potential problems. The systems on Odyssey 1 were built to last, but no one could predict the exact conditions of such a long journey. The ship wasn't designed for stasis, it was designed for adaptation. Over the decades, the crew has become experts in making do with what they have, repurposing materials, and innovating on the fly. Some of the younger engineers are now working with technology that their parents helped create, and in some cases, they've improved on it. It's an incredible testament to human ingenuity, how we can take what we know and build on it, even in the most extreme environments. Manufacturing aboard the ship has become second nature. Using 3D printing and advanced fabrication techniques, the crew has been able to produce new parts, tools, and even replacement components for systems that were never meant to be repaired. This ability to innovate on the go, to create something out of what's available, is key to the mission's success. Without these technologies, the journey would have been cut short long ago. But it's not just about keeping the ship running. It's about continuously improving. Every new part is an opportunity to refine, to make the systems more efficient, more resilient. As the crew becomes more experienced, so too does their approach to decision-making. Decades into the journey, they've amassed a wealth of knowledge about deep space travel, and with that knowledge comes the confidence to question the original mission plan. Should they stick to the path laid out by their ancestors, or should they adapt it based on new discoveries? It's not an easy decision. Every course correction, every adjustment carries risks, but it also carries the potential for greater success. In a mission as long as this, flexibility is crucial. The ability to adapt, to change course when necessary, could be the difference between failure and survival. These debates are not just about logistics, they're about the very nature of the mission itself. Is the goal to simply reach Andromeda, or is it to make the most of the journey along the way? Some argue that the ship's path should be altered to take advantage of new data, to explore previously unseen phenomena, or to find shortcuts that could bring them to their destination sooner. Others insist that the original mission planners had the right idea, that every detail was meticulously thought out for a reason. In the end, it's about balance. Balancing the desire for exploration with the need for safety, balancing ambition with practicality. And then, just when the crew starts to feel the weight of the journey, something remarkable happens. A discovery. Out in the distance, something the ship's sensors had only hinted at decades earlier. An anomaly, a new celestial object, or perhaps a distant world they never expected to find. In moments like these, the entire ship comes alive with excitement. The endless blackness of space suddenly feels full of possibility again. It's these discoveries, these moments of wonder, that remind the crew why they embarked on this mission in the first place. The unknown isn't just a challenge, it's an opportunity. It's moments like these that reignite the crew's passion for exploration. The discovery of something new, a strange star system, a previously unknown celestial body, reminds them that this journey is about more than just reaching a destination. It's about uncovering the secrets of the universe, about pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Every new find, no matter how small, is a victory. A reminder that even in the vast emptiness of space, there are still wonders waiting to be uncovered. And who knows what they'll discover next? A new type of planet, a star with unique properties, maybe even the first hints of life beyond Earth? For the younger crew members, these discoveries are more than just scientific milestones. They're personal achievements. After all, this is their journey too. The chance to make their mark on a mission that spans generations is a powerful motivator. It's a reminder that though they didn't start this journey, they are an integral part of its success. They may not have set foot on Earth, but they are shaping the future in ways their ancestors could have never imagined. Every discovery, every breakthrough is a step closer to understanding the universe and humanity's place within it. The journey is long, but these moments of discovery make it all worthwhile. They remind the crew that they are part of something much bigger than themselves. They're not just passengers on a ship, they're explorers, pioneers, pushing the boundaries of human understanding. And with every new discovery, they're reminded that the universe still holds countless mysteries waiting to be unraveled. Who knows what they'll find next? As the 9th decade unfolds, the crew finds solace in moments of stillness. This observation deck, a window to the cosmos, becomes a cherished space for contemplation. Here they connect not only with the universe but with each other, sharing thoughts, dreams, and fears. In the silence of space, the enormity of their mission settles in, 100 years in pursuit of Andromeda. The beauty outside often ignites deep conversations about what lies ahead, sparking imaginations and creating bonds that span generations. What do you think awaits us there? Someone asks, breaking the silence. Answers come in waves ranging from the scientific to the fantastical. Some speak of new worlds teeming with life, others speculate about discovering advanced civilizations. A few voice concerns about the unknown. What if they encounter challenges they're not prepared for? But in this moment, there's a shared understanding that every possibility is part of the adventure. For the younger generation, the anticipation is palpable. They've grown up hearing tales of Andromeda, their imaginations fueled by stories passed down through the years. The prospect of exploring a new world isn't just thrilling, it represents their legacy. As they share their dreams, the hopes of their ancestors meld with their own, creating a tapestry of expectation and excitement. This is their chance to contribute to something monumental. But anticipation isn't enough. Knowledge is power, and the crew knows that preparation is key. In the ship's library, a diverse group of scientists and explorers immerse themselves in research, studying everything they can about Andromeda. They analyze data from telescopes, parse through simulations, and gather historical accounts of space exploration. Each piece of information serves as a tool, equipping them for whatever they may encounter. The interplay of knowledge and mentorship fosters a culture of learning. Experienced crew members guide the younger ones, sharing insights from their own journeys while encouraging innovative thinking. This transfer of knowledge creates a sense of continuity, a bridge between past experiences and future explorations. The older generation understands that nurturing curiosity is as important as acquiring information. They want the next generation to challenge norms, to push boundaries, and to explore the unknown with fearless curiosity. But as preparations ramp up, so does the weight of responsibility. Simulations take on a new urgency. What if the atmosphere is toxic? What if the terrain is unstable? Each question ignites a flurry of activity as they work to mitigate risks. They simulate landings, resource gathering, and even potential interactions with alien life. The stakes are high, and their collaboration is essential. Every member knows that their role is crucial in ensuring the success of the mission. Training isn't just a formality, it's a necessity. The crew engages in rigorous drills, honing their skills in emergency protocols, communication, and teamwork. They understand that when they finally touch down on an Andromedan planet, the unexpected is guaranteed. The intensity of the training sessions reflects their commitment to each other, a pact to protect and support one another in the face of the unknown. The camaraderie forged in these moments strengthens their resolve, reinforcing the bonds that will be tested when they finally arrive. And amidst all the preparations, the reality of fear surfaces. The weight of the journey, the fear of failure, the unknown, it all weighs heavily on the crew. In quiet moments they find solace in one another. It's in these vulnerable exchanges that the crew acknowledges their fears while also reaffirming their commitment to the mission. They remind each other that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the resolve to move forward despite it. This shared understanding fosters resilience, allowing them to face their uncertainties together. As they gather on the observation deck under the twinkling stars, the crew shares dreams and aspirations for their new world. They exchange stories about what they hope to find and who they want to become once they arrive in Andromeda. This moment serves as a reminder that they are not just traveling through space, they are creating a new identity, a collective vision of what it means to be explorers in a new galaxy. Their conversations echo with laughter, excitement, and a sense of community, a testament to the power of shared purpose. In these quiet moments, the enormity of their mission is put into perspective. They are on the brink of something extraordinary, standing at the edge of a new frontier. The journey has forged a bond between them, creating a family that transcends biological ties. They're no longer just a crew. They are pioneers, adventurers, dreamers, ready to embrace whatever the universe throws their way. And as they prepare for the next phase of their journey, the spirit of exploration courses through their veins, propelling them toward the unknown. As the journey progresses into the 10th decade, anticipation fills the air. The crew has received word from Earth that they are approaching the halfway point to Andromeda. It's a monumental moment, one that signifies not only the distance traveled, but also the countless discoveries made along the way. The command center buzzes with energy as everyone gears up for the mission update call, a connection to their home planet, and a chance to share their progress with those who support them from afar. This call is more than just a routine update, it's a lifeline to Earth. The crew knows that those watching back home are eager to hear about their experiences, the challenges they've faced, and the triumphs they've achieved. It's an opportunity to showcase the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit even in the depths of space. As they prepare, they can't help but reflect on how far they've come, both as individuals and as a united team. The moment the connection is made, emotions run high. Familiar faces appear on the screen and the crew feels an instant rush of connection. They've shared countless moments with these people, but now, separated by light years, the distance feels more pronounced. As the senior officer begins his update, the camaraderie becomes evident. They share stories, laughs, and even some tears, reminding each other that no matter how far apart they are still united. Every crew member has a story to tell. The passion in their voices radiates through the screen. One particularly enthusiastic engineer shares details of a cosmic phenomenon they encountered, a breathtaking stellar nursery where new stars are born. He describes the colors, the shapes, and the sheer magnitude of the sight. His eyes sparkle as he talks about how it felt to witness the universe in the act of creation. It's moments like these that remind them of why they embarked on this journey in the first place. Back on Earth, the reaction is one of wonder and pride. Family members beam with pride as they watch their loved ones share their experiences, their connection transcending the barriers of distance. Scientists take notes, intrigued by the findings that could advance humanity's understanding of the universe. In this shared moment, the crew becomes ambassadors of exploration, reminding everyone that their journey is a collective effort, a shared dream that stretches beyond the stars. The call opens the floor for questions and the energy shifts. Crew members jump at the chance to share more. The connection brings out their inner teachers, eager to engage with the curious minds back on Earth. Each question posed is met with excitement. It's an opportunity to explain, to educate, and to connect in ways that words alone can't convey. They share everything from technical details of the ship's systems to the emotional journeys they've experienced aboard the Odyssey 1. And then, someone brings up the garden, a project that started as a small experiment but has turned into a beloved part of their daily lives aboard the ship. Laughter erupts as they recount the trials and triumphs of growing fresh food in zero gravity. The crew shares stories of the first sprouts breaking through the soil, the joy of tasting fresh tomatoes, and the occasional mishap when someone accidentally overwatered the plants. It's a reminder that even in the vastness of space, they've created a little piece of home, peace. These moments of shared laughter and stories weave a tapestry of connection, reminding everyone that even in the farthest reaches of the universe, the human experience remains a universal language. Families back on Earth feel a renewed sense of connection to their loved ones, and the crew is reminded that their journey is not just about exploration, but also about the bonds they've formed. Each laugh, each shared memory, strengthens their commitment to the mission and to each other. As the call draws to a close, the gravity of the moment settles in. The crew members express their gratitude for the support and love from home. There's an unspoken understanding that while they are physically distant, their hearts remain intertwined. They've come to realize that every encounter, every moment shared is a vital part of their journey, not just toward Andromeda, but toward a deeper understanding of themselves and each other. As they draw closer to Andromeda, the crew's excitement reaches new heights. They gather in the main conference room, brainstorming their next steps. On the holographic display, an uncharted planet shimmers with potential. Its atmosphere, readings suggesting a wealth of resources, and hints of a biosphere. This planet could hold answers to questions they've pondered since they set out on their journey. It's not just a potential landing site, it represents a new beginning. The excitement in the room is infectious as they delve into the specifics of the planet. One scientist points out its unique atmosphere, rich in oxygen and nitrogen, which could support life. They discuss the readings indicating diverse geological formations and speculate on the types of resources they might find. Each detail sparks new ideas and theories, pushing their imaginations beyond the limits of what they once thought possible. But with excitement comes caution. As discussions heat up, one crew member raises a critical point. What are the risks? What if the planet is not as hospitable as it appears? The atmosphere shifts slightly as everyone takes a moment to consider the potential dangers. They remind each other that exploration is inherently risky. It requires a delicate balance between ambition and prudence. The crew engages in a thoughtful debate, weighing the potential rewards against the uncertainties. A veteran crew member steps forward, sharing tales from her past explorations. Her voice carries the weight of experience as she recounts encounters with unpredictable weather patterns, toxic atmospheres, and unforeseen wildlife. She emphasizes the importance of preparation and adaptability. Her stories resonate deeply with the crew, serving as a reminder that while exploration can yield extraordinary discoveries, it can also test the limits of their resolve. As the discussion continues, a younger crew member opens up about his fears. He speaks passionately about his family back on Earth, sharing how their encouragement fuels his determination to explore the unknown. The room falls silent as his vulnerability creates a moment of deep connection. It's a reminder that beneath the bravado of exploration lies a human element, a longing to make a difference and honor those who believe in them. With renewed purpose, the crew shifts gears, focusing on solutions. They brainstorm strategies to mitigate the risks associated with their upcoming mission. They discuss protective gear, emergency protocols, and scientific instruments they can deploy to gather data before making contact. This collaborative spirit reinforces their commitment to each other and the mission. They're not just explorers, they are a team, working together to overcome obstacles and pursue their shared vision. In the training area, the atmosphere is charged with energy. Crew members engage in drills designed to prepare them for every possible scenario they might encounter on the planet's surface. From navigating challenging terrains to responding to emergencies, they train rigorously, their commitment shining through in every movement. This preparation becomes more than just physical training. It transforms into a rallying cry, a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Amidst the rigorous training, moments of levity emerge. During breaks, crew members gather, sharing personal stories and laughter. It's these informal gatherings that solidify their bonds, reminding them that they are not just colleagues, but a family. They share tales of home, aspirations for the future, and their hopes for the upcoming mission. It's in these moments that the crew truly connects, finding strength in each other's support and camaraderie. As the final preparations unfold, the crew moves into high gear. In the main control room, they meticulously review the mission's logistics, finalizing the timeline, ensuring all equipment is ready, and confirming their scientific objectives. Each crew member understands their role, and the atmosphere is one of determination. They know that their collective effort will determine the success of this mission. The excitement is palpable as they inch closer to the moment they've all been waiting for. Amidst the hustle and bustle, one crew member takes a moment to pause and reflect. Standing on the observation deck, they gaze out into the cosmos, pondering the significance of their journey. It's not just about reaching a destination, it's about exploring the unknown, pushing the boundaries of human understanding, and leaving a legacy for future generations. This moment of solitude serves as a reminder of the weight of their mission, the responsibility they bear as pioneers in the vast expanse of space. The crew knows that the journey ahead is fraught with uncertainties, but it's also filled with promise. As they sign off for the night, they carry with them the hopes, dreams, and expectations of not only themselves, but of everyone who has supported them along the way. Together, they are ready to take that leap into the unknown, driven by the belief that they are part of something greater than themselves, a journey that could redefine humanity's place in the universe. Finally, the moment they've been waiting for is at hand. The descent to the mysterious planet. The crew is on high alert, eyes glued to their monitors as they prepare for the final approach. Each heartbeat echoes the countdown, heightening their sense of anticipation. It's not just another mission, it's a significant step in humanity's quest to explore the cosmos. The atmosphere is thick with excitement, and every crew member can feel the weight of history about to unfold. As they approach the planet's atmosphere, the pilot's concentration is palpable. Data streams across screens, providing crucial information on the planet's conditions. Every second counts, and they all know the stakes involved. The team works in unison, reviewing protocols and systems to ensure a safe landing. They are keenly aware that their actions in these next moments will determine the success of their mission. In these final moments, the crew relies on their training, systematically checking and double-checking everything. Each member has a role to play, and they execute their tasks with unwavering focus. From navigation systems to environmental controls, they are a well-oiled machine, poised to make history. There's a mix of nervous energy and excitement, a reminder of the challenges they face in the unknown. As the Odyssey 1 breaks through the atmosphere, a stunning panorama unfolds before them. The planet is a kaleidoscope of colors, with vibrant greens, blues, and yellows swirling together in a mesmerizing dance. It's a sight that no one expected, a breathtaking world teeming with possibilities. The crew collectively gasps, their hearts racing as they take in the beauty that surrounds them. In this moment, they are reminded of the sheer wonder of exploration. With hearts in their throats, the crew braces for landing. The ship shudders slightly as the landing gear deploys, and everyone grips their stations tightly. It's the culmination of years of dreaming, planning, and hard work, and the moment of truth has arrived. Every eye is fixed on the monitors, each breath held in anticipation. Will they land safely on this alien world? Then, with a soft thud, the ship touches down. Cheers erupt in the control room, and the atmosphere shifts from tension to exhilaration. High fives and hugs are exchanged as they celebrate this monumental achievement. They've successfully landed on a new world, a testament to their hard work, dedication, and resilience. In this moment, they are not just explorers, they are pioneers, carving a path into the unknown. With the excitement still buzzing in the air, a crew member prepares for the first exploration outside the ship. Gathering equipment and ensuring everything is in order, they feel a mix of anticipation and responsibility. This is the moment they've all been waiting for, the chance to set foot on a new planet, to uncover its secrets, and to document their findings. Every piece of equipment carries the weight of their mission. As they approach the airlock, the enormity of the moment sinks in. They pause, taking a deep breath, letting the reality of their achievement wash over them. It's a moment filled with significance, a connection to all those who have explored before them, and a leap into the unknown. They know that this first step will echo through history, and they are ready to embrace it. And then, the moment arrives. The airlock hisses open, and the crew member steps out onto the alien soil, the first human to set foot on this new world. It's a breathtaking sight, with towering mountains, lush valleys, and the vastness of an unexplored horizon stretching before them. As they plant their foot firmly on the ground, a wave of triumph surges through them. This is what they've worked for, and the adventure is just beginning. With a heart full of wonder, the crew member takes in the surroundings, marveling at the sights and sounds of this new environment. Every detail is a treasure waiting to be discovered. They begin documenting everything, capturing data, taking samples, and recording their thoughts. It's a moment of pure discovery, a reminder of why they ventured into the stars in the first place. The exhilaration of exploration fills the air as they embrace the unknown. Back in the control room, the rest of the crew watches intently, sharing in the excitement of their teammates' discoveries. Each new finding sparks discussions and ideas, a whirlwind of curiosity that fuels their ambition. They may be separated by space, but in this moment, they are united in their passion for exploration. It's a shared journey that transcends the individual, reminding them that they are part of something much larger than themselves. The exploration takes on a scientific rigor as the crew member collects samples and conducts experiments. They analyze soil, air, and water, meticulously documenting each finding. This is more than just an adventure. It's a mission driven by a quest for knowledge, a desire to understand this alien world and its potential. Each sample collected is a piece of a larger puzzle, and they are determined to uncover its mysteries. Then, in a moment of pure discovery, the crew member stumbles upon something extraordinary: signs of microbial life in the soil. Their eyes widen with disbelief and excitement as they realize the implications of this finding. It's a groundbreaking moment, one that could change everything they thought they knew about life in the universe. The realization dawns that they are not alone in this vast cosmos, and the excitement is palpable. With excitement bubbling over, the crew member transmits their findings back to the ship, eager to share the groundbreaking news with their fellow crew members. It's a moment filled with hope and anticipation, a reminder that every exploration carries the potential for extraordinary discoveries. As they await the responses, the realization settles in that they are part of something monumental, and their journey has only just begun. Back on the Odyssey 1, the crew waits with bated breath for the transmission. The excitement is contagious as they gather around the main display, eyes glued to the screens, anticipating the news from the surface. This is more than just a discovery. It's a potential turning point in humanity's understanding of life beyond Earth. As the transmission comes through, the crew feels an exhilarating rush of adrenaline. And then, it happens. The transmission arrives and cheers erupt in the control room. It's not just another finding, it's a breakthrough moment. The room fills with applause and shouts of joy, echoing their shared enthusiasm. Each crew member realizes the gravity of this discovery and what it means for their mission and humanity as a whole. In that moment, they are united, bound by their collective dreams and aspirations. But amidst the celebration, the lead scientist springs into action. Feverishly taking notes and running calculations based on the transmitted data, her mind races with possibilities. This finding could unlock answers to questions they've long pondered. She knows the implications are vast. What if this microbial life could inform their understanding of evolution and adaptation in different environments? Her determination to analyze the data reflects the dedication that drives their mission forward. A montage unfolds as crew members gather in small groups animatedly discussing the implications of the discovery. Ideas flow freely as they brainstorm potential research methods and exploration strategies. They are on the verge of something monumental, and the energy in the room is electric. It's a blend of science and imagination, each crew member contributing their unique perspective to the conversation. It's in these moments that creativity flourishes, pushing the boundaries of what they thought was possible. Back on the surface, the crew member feels a surge of determination as they prepare to collect more samples. The excitement is palpable, the possibilities seem endless. They know that every sample holds the potential for new discoveries and insights. With each step, they embrace the spirit of exploration, ready to uncover the mysteries that lie ahead. It's a reminder that every moment spent in the unknown could lead to revelations that change everything. With meticulous care, the crew member documents the environment, noting the unique flora and fauna. Each observation is a piece of the puzzle, revealing the intricate web of life on this alien world. They watch as the microbial life interacts with its surroundings, taking mental notes on how it thrives. This immersive experience deepens their understanding of the ecosystem and highlights the delicate balance of life. The thrill of discovery fills the air, reminding them why they ventured into the stars. Meanwhile, back on the Odyssey 1, the team strategizes their next steps. Discussions turn to exploring the planet's biosphere more closely. They consider how to study the interactions between microbial life and the surrounding environment. With each idea proposed, they build upon one another's suggestions, demonstrating the power of teamwork and collaboration. It's a collective effort, fueled by a shared passion for discovery and an unwavering commitment to their mission. The lead scientist stands up, her eyes alight with inspiration as she proposes a plan for deploying a research module on the surface. She emphasizes the importance of gathering data over time, monitoring changes, studying the microbial life in its natural habitat, and understanding its role within the ecosystem. This plan could pave the way for groundbreaking research and offer insights into life beyond Earth. Her vision inspires the crew, igniting a sense of purpose as they consider the implications of her proposal. The atmosphere buzzes with enthusiasm as the crew dives into discussions about the logistics of deploying the research module. They brainstorm the equipment needed and review the technology that will support their research. It's a collaborative effort, with each crew member contributing their expertise to ensure the mission's success. This united front fosters motivation, reminding them that they are capable of achieving greatness together. Back on the planet, the crew member prepares for the arrival of the research module. Their excitement is palpable as they think about the next phase of exploration. This module represents a significant step forward, a chance to deepen their understanding of the environment and the life forms inhabiting it. With each passing moment, the anticipation builds, and they can feel that they are on the cusp of something truly extraordinary. Then, the moment arrives. The research module is deployed from the Odyssey 1. As it descends slowly toward the planet's surface, cheers erupt from the crew on board. The anticipation is electric. They are witnessing the culmination of their hard work and dedication. This module is more than just equipment, it represents hope, knowledge, and the promise of discovery. They watch intently as it glides toward the alien landscape, ready to begin its mission. The module lands smoothly, its sensors activating immediately, beginning to gather data. The crew on the ship monitors the feed in real time, their eyes glued to the screens as they anticipate the first readings. It's a moment of triumph, a testament to their collective effort and determination. As they watch the data stream in, they know that they are one step closer to unlocking the secrets of this new world. Back in the control room, the crew dives into analyzing the initial data from the module. Each piece of information reveals new insights and possibilities, sparking discussions and debates. They dissect the findings with fervor, connecting the dots and formulating hypotheses. It's a dynamic exchange of ideas, showcasing the brilliance of collaborative scientific inquiry. Each discovery fuels their passion, reminding them of the importance of their mission. On the planet's surface, the crew member watches the module's operations with excitement. The advancements in their exploration are staggering, and the potential for discovery seems limitless. They can feel the energy of the moment, a reminder that they are part of something significant, something that could change the course of human history. The thrill of exploration courses through them, igniting their imagination as they ponder what lies ahead. As the crew studies the real-time data from the research module, the air is thick with anticipation. They're diving into a treasure trove of information, piecing together the puzzle of this alien environment. Each reading brings new insights, and they can hardly contain their excitement. It's a captivating moment, one that reminds them why they embarked on this journey in the first place. The lead scientist steps forward, her finger tracing the data on the screen. "Look here," she exclaims, highlighting a spike in nutrient levels coinciding with the presence of microbial life. This suggests a thriving ecosystem potentially rich in biological interactions. Her enthusiasm is infectious. The crew leans in closer, captivated by the implications of her findings. They are on the brink of understanding how life can exist in such an unfamiliar environment. One crew member chimes in, their eyes shining with inspiration. "If we can understand how these organisms thrive here, it could revolutionize our search for life elsewhere in the universe. Imagine what we could discover on exoplanets with similar conditions." The thought hangs in the air, sparking a flurry of ideas among the crew. They realize that their mission extends far beyond this single planet. It could shape the future of interstellar exploration. Meanwhile, on the surface, the crew member engages with the research module, monitoring its processes with keen interest. They carefully note the equipment's readings, ensuring everything is functioning as intended. The excitement is palpable as they prepare for further sample collection, eager to dive deeper into the mysteries this planet holds. Each interaction with the module is a step toward uncovering the secrets of this alien world. Back in the control room, the discussions intensify. Crew members eagerly share ideas for the next steps in their exploration. "We should establish multiple sampling sites to compare data across different regions," suggests one crew member. Another proposes setting up an observational perimeter around the module to study environmental changes. Their energy is contagious, and it's clear that they are all on the same page, ready to take their discoveries to the next level. On the main screen, a map of the planet emerges, highlighting potential areas for exploration. Crew members gather around, strategizing their approach. Each area presents unique opportunities for discovery, and they weigh the pros and cons of each site. It's a collaborative effort, showcasing the synergy of their teamwork. They know that each choice they make could lead to groundbreaking findings, and the excitement fuels their discussions. One crew member, engrossed in the environmental data, notices fluctuations that hint at interesting geological features nearby. These readings suggest that there might be volcanic activity in this region, they point out, a spark of curiosity in their eyes. The implication is clear: volcanoes could create unique habitats and ecosystems. The crew buzzes with excitement at the prospect of exploring such an area, eager to see what secrets the planet might reveal. Back on the surface, the crew member prepares their equipment for the journey to the suspected volcanic region. Their determination shines through as they double-check their gear, ensuring everything is in order for the expedition. The thrill of potential discovery drives them forward. They know that exploring this area could lead to unprecedented findings, and the anticipation hangs thick in the air. As they set out across the alien landscape, the crew member feels a rush of excitement. Each step brings them closer to the unknown, and the stunning scenery only amplifies their sense of wonder. They navigate through vibrant flora and strange geological formations, their mind racing with possibilities. This is the essence of exploration: embracing the adventure, the beauty, and the uncertainties of the journey ahead. Finally, they arrive at the edge of a rocky outcrop, and the landscape transforms dramatically before their eyes. Signs of volcanic activity are evident. Thermal vents release plumes of gas and the ground is rich with minerals. The sight is mesmerizing and they can't help but feel a sense of awe. This is a glimpse into the raw power of nature, a testament to the forces that shape worlds. It's a reminder that they are standing on the precipice of discovery. With a heart full of wonder and determination, the crew member prepares to collect samples from this unique environment. They know that what they gather here could provide invaluable insights into the planet's geology and its potential for supporting life. As they take a moment to breathe in the alien atmosphere, they reflect on the journey that has brought them here. It's a blend of excitement and responsibility, knowing that they are playing a role in humanity's quest for knowledge. Back on the Odyssey 1, the crew watches the live feed from the surface, their excitement palpable as they await the crew members' findings. Each moment feels charged with anticipation, and they can hardly contain their eagerness. They know that every piece of data shared will deepen their understanding of this alien world. The connection they feel, even from afar, is a testament to their shared mission, a collective journey that transcends distance. Standing at the edge of the volcanic region, the crew member takes a deep breath, steadying themselves for the first sample collection. This is a pivotal moment, one that could yield critical insights into the planet's geological history and its potential for hosting life. With their equipment at the ready, they can feel the weight of the moment, and it only heightens their determination to uncover what lies beneath the surface. As they seal the sample, they take a moment to reflect on the journey that brought them here. This rock, once part of a distant world, now holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. What stories will it tell? What insights will it provide about the geological processes that shape this planet? The questions swirl in their mind, fueling their curiosity as they prepare for the next phase of exploration. Back on the Odyssey 1, the crew watches intently as the live feed continues, eager to discuss the geological implications of the sample collection. The mineral composition here could tell us a lot about volcanic activity in this region, one crew member notes, pointing at the screen. They bounce ideas off one another, their minds racing with possibilities. This is the beauty of collaboration, different perspectives coming together to form a richer understanding of their findings. With the first sample secured, the crew member shifts their focus to a nearby thermal vent. Steam rises dramatically from the ground, a reminder of the planet's raw energy. They prepare their equipment once again, the thrill of discovery propelling them forward. This could be another treasure trove of information revealing how life can thrive in extreme environments. The excitement is almost overwhelming as they envision the possibilities. As they approach the thermal vent, caution is key. The heat emanating from the ground is intense and they monitor the readings closely. "Let's see what secrets you're hiding," they whisper to themselves, eyes narrowed in concentration. This is where curiosity meets caution, and they know that careful exploration is vital. They're determined to uncover the mysteries that lie within. With unwavering focus, they begin collecting gas samples, carefully monitoring temperature fluctuations. Each measurement offers clues about the chemical processes at play. This could reveal how heat affects microbial life here, they think, envisioning the potential implications for their research. It's a moment of connection with the environment, an intimate exchange of knowledge between explorer and planet. Back on the Odyssey 1, the crew analyzes the data streaming in from the thermal vent. Each reading sparks animated discussions, and the excitement in the room is contagious. "These gas compositions are unlike anything we've encountered before," one crew member exclaims, their voice filled with enthusiasm. Ideas bounce around the room as they speculate on the implications for life and chemistry on this alien world. The energy is electric, each moment brimming with possibility. On the surface, the crew members' attention shifts to unusual microbial formations near the thermal vent. Their curiosity piqued, they approach cautiously, eager to examine these life forms up close. What adaptations have allowed them to thrive in such extreme conditions? As they prepare to collect samples, they can feel the weight of anticipation building. Each discovery could redefine their understanding of life beyond Earth. A close-up reveals the stunning beauty of the microbial formations. Vibrant colors and intricate textures tell a story of resilience and adaptation. These organisms are more than just life forms. They are survivors, thriving in an environment that would challenge even the hardiest of Earth's creatures. The crew member takes a moment to appreciate the complexity and artistry of nature, feeling a profound connection to the life that exists here. Back on the Odyssey 1, discussions heat up as the crew delves into the potential implications of the microbial findings. If these organisms can thrive here, what does that mean for the potential for life on other planets? One crew member posits. The conversation evolves, weaving together ideas from biology, chemistry, and even philosophy. They are not just studying life, they are redefining what it means to exist in the universe. On the surface, the crew member collects samples from the microbial formations, meticulously documenting their observations. Each note they take feels like a contribution to a larger narrative, the story of life beyond Earth. They know that these samples could reveal new insights into the resilience of life, pushing the boundaries of what is possible. As they work, they reflect on the importance of their mission, aware that they are part of something monumental. With the samples sealed, the crew member feels a rush of excitement as they prepare to return to the Odyssey 1. Their heart races at the thought of what they've discovered and the potential insights waiting to be uncovered back on the ship. This journey has only just begun, and they can't help but feel that they are on the brink of something extraordinary. A new chapter in the story of humanity's exploration of the cosmos.